Hi guys, my name is Danielle RMT, and I've been a therapist for just over 22 years. I've been fortunate enough to work with sport teams and professional athletes my entire career. In this short video, I'm going to give you an example of a treatment that you could provide to an athlete if they're in the middle of their warm-up, at the end of it, and for whatever reason, a body part, in this case it'll be the hamstrings, they feel won't loosen up. And here's a couple of tips in a couple of different positions that you can help to alleviate some of that tone. What I'm going to do right now is an example of if a client is in the middle of their warm-up at any point, beginning, middle, or end, and they come to you and say, for example, my hamstring's tight and it won't loosen up. So again, what I'm going to do is I just check the length of the glutes. A lot of times if the glute's tight, the hamstring will be tight as well. So you'll probably just do a couple of quick passes on the glute. Just make sure there's not an area that might be a little stuck. Once you've determined that, you'll start with some rhythmic step and just move that down to the hamstring. At this point, you're also asking the athlete what part of the hamstring they feel it at, because at this point they're warmed up. So that part is definitely something you need to work on. So they might tell you either it's high up at the insertion, in which case you'll do some little more specific things, or they might tell you it's a little more medial. So here you're just doing broad strokes, just trying to get a feel of if what they're saying is congruent to what you're feeling, and try and loosen up anything that might need that little extra bit. Keep in mind at this point, you probably don't have much time because they had their warm-up plan, and this has kind of interrupted it. So you want to make sure this is kind of as quick as possible. So once you get a feel for where you think it might be, where the tight area is, I'm going to get you to turn over for me onto your back. Get them to turn over, and now this way you can be a little more specific. So this way I'm going to actually palpate if need be. I can feel it here, so I won't need to, but you can actually get them to contract the ham into your shoulder, and then the tight area would pop out. If you think you know where it is, just do a couple more things to warm up. With my client here, it's more medially. Just going to work the medial side. You're going to work all the way down to the attachment. Warm up the tissue again, depending how warm they are. And now I'm just going to do some tissue stuff. And this way, with the blood flowing, you'll be able to tell and probably get a pretty quick release. There's a spot in particular that's really tight. I think it might need a little more. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get the client to straighten out their leg. Good. Back down. Again. Straighten. Good. Back down. And again, straighten. Good. Back down. You'll ask them if they feel it less. And then, depending, I'm just going to get my client to roll over onto this side. What you do is you get them to bring this leg up. And this way, they're relaxed, and you can actually go from the attachment all the way up to the origin. Some soft tissue release. This way you've taken the slack out of the hamstring. Again, want to keep it rhythmic to their breathing. That's how quick or as slow you're going to go. You want them to be able to pick up from their warm-up exactly where they left off. At this point, you'll do the least amount of work that you think is needed. You'll ask them to get off the table, go do a couple quick strides or something else sport-related, and tell them to come back if they need more work. You'd rather do less work than overwork it. Okay, so if I feel like what I felt before is dissipated, I'd let them know they're ready to go and that they can get up, do a couple strides, and come back and let me know how they feel.